Hola, Animigos, and welcome to Keyframers, the animated collaborative coding live stream where we bring imaginative user interfaces to life. I'm your host, Stephen Shaw.
And I'm your host, David Khourshid.
Together we are coding compadres, animation amigos, Boolean buddies, and keyframe companions. 4 seasons in at this point.
Yeah. So if you're new or if you're joining us again, welcome back. So we're going to be doing the same as we've always done, creating animations from scratch live on the show. This is all very live using HTML, CSS, and maybe even a little JavaScript. So we're happy to, so we're happy to answer any questions you may have. So please reach out in the chat or the comments or Twitter or LinkedIn. I started using LinkedIn chat.
Oh no, I'm terribly sorry.
No, it's bad.
Is everything all right, David? That doesn't sound good.
Oh yeah, no, everything's great.
So you are officially not at Microsoft as of this point?
Yes. I realized that being ex-Microsoft is a little bit more valuable than being Microsoft. So,
hey.
Just kidding. I don't know. I'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, you're working on some exciting things that we've talked about a little bit. But look for announcements. Follow at David K Piano on Twitter to get lots of information as it comes. It's a very exciting time for you. I'm excited.
Yeah. Not only that, but in future episodes, we might even give you some sneak peeks of some of the stuff that I'm working on.
I'm into that.
So,
yes. So as far as today goes and season 4, hey, we're back at it. We're gonna make some fun animations. This is one you sent me earlier, called Well Hey There, by Buff Motion. Yeah. And it's a nice little text animation. Got this bouncing ball effect and some other cool things going on with it. So we're gonna do this. Do you think we'll go CSS only, David?
I think we can. There's the splitting letters thing, but I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah, only.
But so I'm thinking the way we could do this, I could tackle the ball, you could tackle the letters, and let's see how quickly we can knock this out.
Yeah, I'm hopeful this one will go quickly. I've got it pulled up in GIF Scrubber here, just to break it down a little bit. So the ball is not truly a ball. It's it's more of a not cylinder. I don't know what a rounded rectangle that sometimes appears as a ball. Because when it's in motion, it's fully stretched out, but it's got the rounded corners, and so that'll be a fun problem for you to solve.
I have some ideas. Don't worry.
So yeah, and then whenever the ball bounces, the words kind of just pop into place, and the letters slowly spread out as it goes down. And yeah, that's about it. The little smiley face at the end, ASCII smiley face, will be fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into some code.
All right, let's do it. So
Tommy in the chat says a pill, the rounded rectangle. It's a pill shape. That's what you call it.
Yeah. A pill tangle. I don't know.
So we have a little bit of setup happening, just kind of bare minimum CSS so far with our typical make everything position absolute and border box box sizing, and then kind of a reset on HTML and body. And then David's added some HTML for ball and ball top. Interesting. Okay. Then we do have 2 imports here. So using SkyPack to import splitting and the CSS that helps with splitting, just to get a real quick start on the letter animations. So David's starting and going to town on the ball animation. Let's see. Let me know if that text size is too small in the chat. Should be pretty good. And so yeah, let's get these words going. All right, so div.
Let's see, outline
words.
Purple. No.
That. All right,
Blue.
so got words, and then we'll say, well, hey, here, face. Okay, and so because I have splitting imported and that data splitting attribute, I just call splitting down here, and it's going to detect that and do that. I'm gonna go down below here. Words.
Okay.
Eunice in the chat asks, splitting is similar to GSAP split text. Yeah, the same sort of concept. Basically, in order to animate any kind of text in CSS, you essentially need to wrap everything you want to animate in spans so that you can do transforms and different animations with them. So splitting is my little micro util for doing that for CSS variables and giving you the CSS variables you need to make some interesting animations. So yeah, David's.
Oh geez.
Sure, looks good. So yeah.
All right, there we go. So that's going to be the top half of the ball, and so I'm sort of going to reveal the secret real quick here. But the reason I have ball top is because if we do overflow hidden, boom. Now you only have the top half of the ball, and that before pseudo elements you could translate so that the ball stretches. And then all we have to do is reposition that. So this is going to be top negative 50%, and then we do the bottom half ball.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, don't think that I just innately knew how to do this. I actually tried to draw it out beforehand. So
I don't think we can show that on our channel. No, that's a lot of times just taking a step back from the CSS and drawing it out will help you understand how you might need to layer things. Even if you're animating with GSAP or something like that, like you sometimes still need to add extra layers, add wrappers, mess with overflow hidden and all that. Yeah, so it's super helpful. I'm just looking for a nice font right now.
That's always what takes the most time.
It's
fonts.
It's important. I want it to look nice.
Of course. All right, so ball partially done. I mean, we have to figure out the colors and everything. Let's say 1 second for each bounce, just to make it really, really simple.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And if you make it a variable, then
Oh yeah, it's true.
We can easily adjust that. Nice. I think I got pretty close to the right font here. Add another import statement for some Google fonts. Set everything to font family Poppins. I feel like I've used Poppins in some episodes before. We'll say font size.
Frames. I typed keyframers in CSS. That's how long. All right, so we took a bit of a break. A lot of things have been happening. We ended our season 3 with a really fun Code in the Dark episode. Go watch that if you haven't had the chance. That was the first time we've done anything like that. The results are hilarious and some of them a little bit shocking.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and also I left my job at Microsoft, and that meant the busiest 4 weeks of my life. So more on that later, but yeah.
Well, yeah, the Code in the Dark, there's the link to it in the chat. That was super fun and surprisingly good results for us. But yeah, a lot going on. Let's see. 3 had such a cliffhanger ending. Yep. Good. Okay. Let's see. How are you centering everything? Got it. Position absolute.
Mm. All right, so when it's at the top, the ball is contracted and it stretches when it hits the word.
Yeah.
So
right. It's
I'm gonna make this linear just to.
some weird physics there.
Yeah, I have an idea of what do we want to call this? Inertia, momentum, stretch.
Yeah.
Or no, anti-bounce. So
Bounce and anti-bounce. Sure.
Gravitational distortion. No, it's just stretch. Yeah. No, geez. Anti-bounce. Okay. So we're going to have an anti-bounce where it starts off no transform and it translates like let's try that. Okay. A lot of things to coordinate here.
Yeah.
Your letters look a little bit jumbled.
Yeah. So
it's a feature.
Right. It has a purpose. But yeah. So right now, for those of you unfamiliar with splitting, so I've got this words element here that I'm splitting with splitting. So each of these words actually has a wrapper around it now. This like word class, dev tools, always is breaking. Yeah, but each of these now has a span around it that says word. And then, so I'm layering them just kind of with position absolute. I guess I could use display grid and then and do area.
Ah, close. All right. Hopefully this works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, you got it.
You see it? Yeah, yeah. You see it stretching a little.
Okay, so.
All right. So now I have to just play with the easing, play with the colors, and we're good to go.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. So I've got the words in here. The word animation. So let's do keyframes. Word reveal. And you said you're separating them by a second. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I have a CSS variable interval that just lets you do that.
Let's just do 0 animation word reveal second. So right now all the words are just going to kind of fade in, whatever. Nothing wild yet. We'll do animation delay calc 1 second times var word index. Getting rusty on splitting here. So, but we need animation fill mode both. Go. Well, okay, there, perfect. 0%, 100%, and then we'll do 50% opacity 1. You can stack keyframe percentages like that if you want the same value at specific times. Look at that. We're basically there. Let's replay.
Almost.
Go. All right, so in the JavaScript, I just added our little click to replay thing. When you're kind of debugging CSS animations and just want to replay it and loop it, this is a helpful little tidbit. Just hides the body and then unhides the body, which retriggers all the animations.
Sounds like a murder mystery. Hide the body, unhide the body. All the steps involved.
Yes.
Man, I feel rusty on my cubic Bezier to try to figure this out.
That's the right attribute. Hold on. Oh no, that's just the splitting class. Say phrase here. Right, and what I did there, just added visibility hidden, so that the text doesn't just pop in until it's split. Got that. That's looking good. All right. So not only do we have the word wrapped in a span with splitting, we also have each of the letters wrapped in this char span, so that we can add a little bit of a delay. Actually, in order to do the animation in the proper way, we're probably going to need to actually do splitting on each word individually, because that'll be the way to give us the best, like the indexes for each letter per the word, rather than otherwise. So I'm gonna do that. The cursor there.
I'm sure we have another episode where we have a bounce animation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we've done animations.
Okay, so that seems to work, sort of. I'm just using ease out and ease in so I could, actually figure this out. Animations.
I gotta look at my own documentation here. I'm so rusty on splitting, and I really need to put out an update or two on it. But by items, yeah, that's just gonna be each child items, right? So we'll do. That work.
Let's try that. One. That helps.
So now we'll do char.
And then that doesn't look right. Yes. Wow, it was a lot simpler than I thought. See that?
Nice.
And I'll definitely talk about that later, but yeah.
Please.
Just happy to have that working.
Okay, let's see. Char.
Function.
Variable delay. open.
Perfect. Okay.
Go. Okay, so we got.
And again, I'm using the interval variable so that, yeah, if you're hard coding 1 second, then just substitute that for interval. Because now I'm realizing that it does have to be way faster than that. Just comparing the two. So, yeah.
Interesting. Oh, suppose I need a semicolon there. That's there. Okay. Perfect. All right, so you can see the letters are animating. They're all kind of doing the same thing right now, so I could probably make that a part of this word reveal bit, but let's keep that on the charge for now. And actually, I'll put up there. Do this and then 100% to see 0 in US there, so we get a nice time where the letters are visible. Right. Just do that here so that it's not directly bouncing. Okay, and then what we'll do for the letters is transform translate X. And this is where the splitting CSS is quite helpful. So if I go to here, copy this CSS, take a look at it to show what all it's doing. So it helps with display inline block, and it gives you some pseudo elements for the chars that you can use, which is awesome. But one thing it also does is gives you these center values and these char values. So char percent, basically from 0 to 1 of the character's position, offset from center with a positive and negative value. So the very center of the word is 0, and the edges of it are -1 and 1. And that's probably what we want. So let's do, let's see, distance from center. Oh no, so char offset is the actual, yeah, number, the character. So we don't necessarily want that. We probably more want distance. -1 is the far left, and 1 is the far right. Good to me. Back here, say translate X. Do calc here. Do 1m times sign. Percent, probably missing a parentheses. Go. Okay, so not quite 1m that we want.
My timing's a bit off here. It's frustrating me. So basically it changes colors when it hits the word. And so we have to just make it do that.
Don't know why animation seems to have trouble on the first run. Come a little closer together. So basically this char reveal animation, what is going on with that?
Hey, Adam, in the chat. And thanks, Alex. Just reading through the chat comments. Looks like a Matter.js animation. That would be cool to redo this in Matter.js. Have you played with that before?
The like physics engine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I built my alpaca peck pin.
Oh yeah,
Alpaca peck
that's
pin.
right.
About 20 times fast.
That was a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just using Matter as both the physics engine and rendering engine, just using simple shapes for that. Yeah. So right now, what are you trying to do with the ball?
To get the colors to sync whenever the ball hits the bottoms, not the apex, but the whatever the opposite of the apex is.
The depex.
Deepak, I do not know. But it is not working. So, all right, I'm thinking if each interval is 1 second, then technically if I do negative 0.5 seconds as the delay, it should work. But it doesn't. It's a little bit off. Now, if I do like 0.25 for whatever reason, still doesn't work. Why is it not in sync?
So there is just the slightest delay before splitting is loaded and run that might be offsetting it.
You think that affects the colors though? I mean,
oh, the colors?
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. So
let's see.
I got another idea. It's okay. Oh, no, that's completely off. And still not timing it correctly. Oops. What happened there?
I was adjusting it because maybe the easing is...
There we go. So, all right now it's perfect.
So I think it might just have been the easing, but even though these aren't eased values, but the way that you have the like stronger cubic Bezier, it might have been pushing that update to like...
You're right. Yeah, you know what? It's probably just one of the weird CSS quirks. We'll write it off as that. All right. So that's better.
Going back to the original animation here, I think when the letters overlap, there's really not an opacity. It's just like instantly there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do that with...
Cool. Now I think we have the correct colors. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to look so much better when the interval is fast, but we're going to keep it slow for now just because, yeah, we want to make sure we have the right animation, all that good stuff. Do this. Too much. Here we go. So we want to, man, CSS variables helps so much here. I always find myself refactoring to them. I don't know why I think like, oh, I don't need them, because it's one of those things where, you know, you might not think you need them, but then, you know, you do it without them, and then you're just digging a hole for yourself.
Yeah.
Size divided by 2. Okay. All right, it's starting to look lava lamp-like, so I'm working on that. Don't worry.
It's beautiful. Here. So, let's see. So 1 second. Interesting. I might be able to do percent. And do. Oh, what's your variable for the interval? The variable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's do.
And that's because it's not the entire duration. It's just each one of those bounces.
Right. Calc item times our interval. So this is going to make the total word, the word animations go. That's kind of right. I got to do some more math there. Let's do. Going to be duration. Do duration there, and then say calc.
Hello, Daily Meow. Checking out the chat.
Yeah.
It's like a cat facts. Subscribe to cat facts every day.
Okay. It's not quite right. Interval helps if you spell that correctly. Interval. Gravy. Okay. Trying to get it where it will repeat completely. Let's see. Our word duration times -1 and plus delay. Interval, yes, thank you. Oh, and I guess we can repeat it. Same.
They're almost in sync.
Yeah, almost. I'm trying to get the word animations looping properly.
Maybe I could help with that.
Yeah, so line 128-ish. So I've got the word duration, so item total 4 times the interval. So the total animation should be, 4 seconds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then so I've got that as the actual animation value, and then the animation delay there. I am trying to get it to trigger that. Let's see. Let me just do opacity and opacity 1. to see if that helps here. No. I'm just not sure why it's not re-hiding them after both, and I've got infinite.
All right, so I don't think your calculations are exactly correct. I'm just going based on the animations panel in the dev tools, where it shows that each is a total of 1.25, not 1. And so the interval is 1 second. So something's a little bit off there.
Where what is calculated as 1.25?
The char reveal, char reveal.
Oh, that's not what we need to worry about. The word reveal.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Up here.
I don't see the word reveal in the animations.
There.
So maybe they're not playing.
Yeah, maybe something's off. Duration of our item total interval. Did I spell it correctly finally?
I think what we could do is, instead of doing the 0, 25, 100%, give each one of those an animation and then just offset it by, oh wait, so I guess that is what you're doing.
Yeah, that was initially what I did, but in order to loop it, it's got to be the total.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I'm offsetting by the delay, the item index. Okay, so I'm gonna flip over to debug mode here and open up the animation panel if I can ever find it. I really don't understand why the console panels jump around and disappear all the time. All right, so let's refresh, I guess, and that'll record it. Okay. Sure. Got char, but that's not what I want. I want a good gravy. Thank you. Okay, bounce, anti-bounce, and color. Yeah, that's weird. So maybe one of those values isn't coming out correctly. Okay, did I forget a semicolon again? Oh, come on.
Is that why?
Okay, yeah. That's at least part of it.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, and so you're doing the opacity thing, but
yeah.
I mean that works. Or you could do that. There we go.
There we go. Yep, that's better.
It's a little bit off.
Yeah, it's still off.
But man, you're close.
Is so now that that's working, let's go back and look at the that animation panel to the top right. Right click and move it. Let's see. Right click, move to top. Okay, hey, that's helpful. Okay, so what animation is this here? Refresh and see. Oh, I gotta close the console there. Okay, so word reveal.
Let's see. So between 1 and 24%, it's visible.
Yeah, it's just that last one that's not. Well, maybe it is. It looks fine now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, there. Nope. Yeah, that's really strange. Since we've got Adam in the chat, have CSS variable debug tools actually become a thing? Because good gravy, I just want to see the computed value for a CSS variable. Item index. Okay, that's shown as 0. If our interval, okay, you can click it and see the word duration for interval. That's fine. duration. Okay, but you can't get the actual value of it. You just can resolve some of that. Just not sure.
Don't mind me. I'm messing stuff up.
Okay. I'm in debug mode at the moment. I'm just trying to check that out. So class x3, x0. You know, I need to don't think that's it, but it's just that darn smile. So it's so ready to be shown. It just wants to be there.
Yeah.
Word. Say really. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to give it a little bit of a bounce, but it's you know, I have to time it right.
Yeah. Calcs though, yeah. Feature request. Yeah, I definitely support that feature request for being able to calculate the.
Shoot. That wasn't what I wanted. I want it right here. Just a very subtle bounce, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I still feel the timing is off. I'm not sure why that is though. Like, so each word to just explode or, you know, spread out when the ball hits it.
Right.
But it's sort of delayed.
Yeah, and I think that has to do with splitting. So I'm just gonna add up here, data splitting. And we'll say for the ball, do display none and splitting by block. And that should, whoa. No, not quite. Does it feel a little more in sync?
A little bit.
So let's say.
I have one of my colors disappearing. Not sure why.
Yeah, that's strange.
No calcs. So what's the slide for?
So I'm gonna do that for the chars slide, and then I'll be able to animate the smiley face in there. Okay, framers smile. Okay, well, that's at least that seems to be in sync-ish.
Yeah. Close.
It's very close. It's very close.
Yeah, I wonder why there's a discrepancy though. I'm looking at the animation panel. I can't tell why.
Yeah, let's I've got a total here. Interval times 4. I'll just do that as model.
What if we made the overall, like, add a delay to everything that happens to the words of half an interval? Because things are supposed to happen like, or actually I could do it to my ball. So basically right now it has no delay, but if I do calc there, interval divided by 2, then maybe that'll work. Let's see, and then ball top animation.
Break
That bounce. We got a
okay.
Okay, let's try that. Yes.
Nice. Hey, very good.
All right, but now my colors are off sync, so let me fix that real quick. Let's see, colors. Version, yeah, I just have to give it the same delay. And it's a negative delay, which means that it starts in the middle. So let's test it out. That is fun. All right, ready to speed up the interval?
You can go for it.
Let's try it. Half a second.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Wow.
What happened there?
I don't know. Let me see if.
Okay. Are there any
okay. So yeah, I've got our interval here. Word. Let's do that. Jeez, that's so fast.
But you know what? It works really well for the effect. So I'm gonna get rid of the outlines and let's peel the plastic wrap off.
Well, hold on. We gotta get that that winky face.
Oh yeah.
Transform degrees.
I will change transforming this entire thing, or at least the balls. So
that. And that.
It does a really weird thing at the bottom of the animation.
Yeah, hold on.
That was cool, the smiley face. Well, it was doing a little like crooked tilty thing.
Yeah.
It was great.
Not the intended effect. So let's see. That should do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And so now what we can do is data char equals colon. I can say blink r interval out, and we'll say animation delay keep blink, say from to 50% form scale size. It's scale X because we're rotated. So that should do it. Yes, got a blink in there. That's great. So we'll say this for chars, and we'll say
Oh yeah, that is a bit fast.
Yeah.
Let's slow it down just a little bit.
That will say name, I think. That, then should still work. There we go. Nice. 30.
What happened to the up animation? The down up for the word?
So let's do a default.
The word bounce. Yeah.
Yeah. So that should work. Let's see. Nope. Transform. Here. Try that.
I think there's an error still.
Sorry. Scale
Expected percent. Aha. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I fixed my error. Do you still have an error?
0%.
Okay. Got it. Bounce, 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 bounce. Yep. Okay. Awesome.
That's perfect.
And so for our smile, and then there's the smile animation. You can say smile, and it's pretty similar, but do scale Y, and we'll do 0%. Y. Oh, just a regular scale, not scale. Like 0.5. And then let's see that to get it. So close. Why are not? Oh, I need infinite.
Yep. I was gonna say, so I do see the effect on the first time, but not in any repeating times.
The easing there is a little silly. Okay. Timing function. Out. And we can make it a little faster too. Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's it. Let's go back to our source animation. Just, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Source is a little bit faster, but
it is
fine.
so much faster. But whatever.
Try and match the speed. All right, 0.7.
Oh my.
Keeping it there. I think it's about right.
Whoa, now everything's... did I hard code anything again? Interval. Oh, I did. Hold on.
Uh-oh. See, that's what CSS variables are good for.
I know, every time.
In case you're watching and wondering why we always use CSS variables, that's why. All right, perfect.
That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, this is turned out great. What should we break down here? We got the ball.
Stretchy ball.
Yeah. Stretchy pill ball.
Pill ball.
And then I mean, the other kind of main thing is just how we synced up the animations, kind of covering our interval and duration. I think that interval, duration, variables. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's cover those. Well, if you're watching live, hey, thanks so much. Stay with us. We're gonna do some kind of summaries based on what we've learned so far. So it'll be helpful, even if you've been watching the whole thing, to just kind of walk through something step by step. And yeah, we'll do like some intros and stuff. But yeah, stay with us. So let me give myself a little marker here. Hola, Animigos, and welcome to Keyframers. I'm Stephen Shaw.
And I'm David Khourshid.
Let's take a quick look at a technique from this Hey There text animation. We did a lot of interesting things here, but David, will you walk us through the stretchy pill ball?
Sure. So this is actually an illusion. We have a few nested elements, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an outline just to show you all. We have an outline on the ball, and then there's an element inside, which I labeled ball top. And that's for the top half of the ball. So what's actually happening over here is that the top half of the ball is actually half of a ball, if you can imagine that. And the bottom half, there's no border radius. So you could think of it as a rectangle with a rounded dome. And that's able to go up and down using transforms. So we're transforming that pseudo element that has the top half of the ball independently. And so the bottom half of the ball is only half of it. And so top half, we have overflow hidden. And so that allows only, that allows the bottom half to be shown without the top half sort of overlaying it. And we position it so that the top half is on the top half and the bottom half is on the bottom half. Yeah, so that's pretty much it there. The other interesting thing too is the cubic Bezier. I'm using a new one. So for going down, it's 0, 0, 0, 1. So if you can imagine 0, 0, 0, 1, it's like all the points are congregated at the bottom left, and then it just goes up to the top right. And so that's what 0, 0, 0, 1 is. Now coming back down, it's 0, 0, 1, 0. So that's sort of the opposite. That's just going down to the bottom right.
I'm showing on cubicbezier.com.
Yeah.
A nice little visualizer for CSS cubic Beziers. So you can see, yeah, it's got that nice even curve.
Yeah, so again, my secrets to cubic Beziers, keep it simple. You don't have to deal with complicated decimals. Usually the simplest numbers give the best effects. So yeah, zeros and ones.
Much easier to calculate, that's for sure. Well, yeah, that turned out really great. Nice work on that.
Thanks.
So how are we controlling this animation? We've got a couple of CSS variables that are basically powering the entire experience. This interval and duration variable at the very top. So interval is how long each bounce takes, essentially. And then the duration is that interval times 4, because we have 4 kind of phrases here. And we've got a lot of extra things going on to make all this animation possible. We're using splitting. We've got some nested elements for the ball and all of that. But ultimately, we're using these CSS variables to sync everything up, because that's always the problem with multiple CSS animations, is how do you get them to work together? How do you coordinate them on kind of a timeline of sorts? So if you'll see in the ball here, we've got the bounce happening every interval, and that's great. It works just as intended. So it's got this bounce animation where it's translating up and translating down, and then the color change actually happens every interval, but we need that animation to actually be the full length of the animation in order for it to loop properly. So we've got it infinitely looping, and the duration is that 4 seconds. If we have, well, I guess 8 seconds, since the interval is 2 seconds right now. And then I guess the animation delay is just for syncing up with the text. That was a separate thing. But the color animation, so it starts at whatever this color is. Is that the blue, red?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's blue.
Nobody knows. And then at 25%, it instantly switches over to the next 50% and 75%. So the same as kind of our number of intervals here for so breaking that up into percentages there. And the text animations are powered in the same way too. So the words have a special delay based on which word it is. We're using some CSS variables from Splitting.js included and run down here, so that each one basically appears with this word reveal animation that just toggles from visibility hidden to visibility visible. And again, kind of using those percentages, since we have 4, each one of these words is going to be visible for 25% roughly. So this word reveal animation makes that happen with visibility hidden and visibility visible. And then the animation delay is set to negative duration. So duration times -1 plus that delay based on the word index, the item index there. All that sounds kind of complicated, but basically in order to make it infinitely loop properly, we do it with the negative delay there. Yeah, I think that's about it. The characters, they're triggering and animating on every interval. Even though they're not visible, that animation is still happening, and that just makes it easier to do 0% and 100%. And since they're not visible, it's not really a performance drain, I'd say, but it's fine. But they're delayed by that same delay happening there. I know I'm summarizing, but I think we can just do delay
tweak a little bit.
Yeah, we don't even need the negative delay. So hey, future Stephen editing this, just cut all that out. So we've got the word reveal animation happening here, where each word is visible for 25%. We've got four words happening there. So each one takes up 25% of the total duration. And then they've got that delay based on their index. So this one's 0, 1, 2, 3. And that happens every interval. So that the words are just appearing every interval, but because we have the full duration of the animation, they're hidden for all the others, and then come back in for nice infinite looping. So yeah, that's about it for the CSS variables. We got plenty more going on there, but you'll definitely want to go back and check out the full animation to understand all of that. And man, CSS variables just make it so easy to tweak stuff like that. I love love that.
It's awesome.
All right. Yeah, will you do start the outro for us there?
Sure.
Wrap this up.
You can watch the full process of creating this animation for a deeper dive into each technique on the full live stream links right below. Leave us a comment if you have any questions.
Our show is supported by our sponsors, CodePen at codepen.io, CSS Tricks at css-tricks.com, and viewers like you. You can pledge at patreon.com/keyframers and subscribe to our channel for plenty of great content. We've got links for all that available below. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, adios, amigos.
Adios.